I'm talking about. This is my show. You know I'm good.
Hey guys, it's Jackie Mom in the Living Flesh, and today you are watching me reacting to the video "I Am Not Black, You Are Not White" by Prince EA. I think that's his name. I will leave a link to the original video in the description. So guys, basically I'm back at it again with a reaction video, and you're probably thinking it's kind of weird that I'm posting on a Tuesday. And basically the reason for that is that I am on spring break all this week. So what I'm going to do is record videos and have them uploaded the next day. And we're going to be doing this all week except for, I don't know how it's going to work out. Hopefully I can keep this streak going. Yeah. So my videos will range from, I originally just wanted to do vlogs, but because my life is so boring and I don't really do anything when I'm on school vacations like this, I want to do whatever video idea pops into my head. And anyways, so yes, after this video I'm going to explain some of my thoughts about it. So I've already seen this video, but I just thought that something recently has come up that related to this video, and I just thought that it was important that I share some of my thoughts with you. Yes, let's not waste any more time. Let's get started.
I am not black. I mean, that's what the world calls me, but it's not me. I didn't come out of my mother's womb saying, "Hey everybody, I'm black." No, I was taught to be black. And you were taught to call me that, along with whatever you call yourself. It's just a label. See, from birth, the world force feeds us these labels. And eventually we all swallow them. We digest and accept the labels, never ever doubting them. But there's one problem. Labels are not you and labels are not me. Labels are just labels. But who we truly are is not skin deep. See, when I drive my car, no one would ever confuse the car for me. Well, when I drive my body, why do you confuse me for my body? It's my body. Get it? Not me. Let me break it down. See, our bodies are just cars that we operate and drive around. The dealership we call society decided to label mine the black edition, yours the Irish or white edition. And with no money down, 0% APR, and no test drive, we were forced to own these cars for the rest of our lives. Forgive me, but I fail to see the logic or pride in defining myself or judging another by the cars we drive. Because who we truly are is found inside. Listen, I'm not here to tell you how science has concluded that genetically we're all mixed and race in the human species doesn't exist, or how every historian knows that race was invented in the 15th century to divide people from each other and it has worked perfectly. No, I'm not here to lecture. I just want to ask one question. Who would you be if the world never gave you a label? Never gave you a box to check? Would you be white, black, Mexican, Asian, Native American, Middle Eastern, Indian? No, we would be one. We would be together. No longer living in the era of calling human beings black people or white people. These labels that will forever blind us from seeing a person for who they are, but instead seeing them through the judgmental, prejudicial, artificial filters of who we think they are. And when you let an artificial label define yourself, then my friend, you have chosen smallness over greatness and minimized yourself, confined and divided yourself from others. And it is an undeniable fact that where there is division, there will be conflict, and conflict starts wars. Therefore, every war has started over labels. It's always us versus them. So the answer to war, racism, and sexism, and every other ism is so simple that every politician has missed it. It's the labels. We must rip them off. Isn't it funny how no baby is born racist, yet every baby cries when they hear the cries of another, no matter the gender, culture, or color, proving that deep down we were meant to connect and care for each other. That is our mission, and that is not my opinion. That is the truth. In a world that has sold us fiction, please listen. Labels only distort our vision, which is why half of those watching this will dismiss it or feel resistance and conflicted. But just remember, so did the caterpillar. Before it broke through its shell and became the magnificent butterfly. Well, these labels are our shells, and we must do the same thing so we can finally spread our wings. Human beings were not meant to be slapped with labels like groceries and supermarkets. DNA cannot be regulated by the FDA. We were meant to be free, and only until we remove them all and stop living and thinking so small will we be free to see ourselves and each other for who we truly are.
I mean, first off, a very, very powerful video, very powerful message. It says a lot, and racism and labels are very sensitive and controversial topics, but he made so many great points, and I think that this video is very important for people to watch, and I think everybody should see this video. For instance, I think one of the very strong points that he brought up was that no baby is born racist. No child is born to hate. They're brought up that way. They're taught that way. And I think that's a very sad thing. And I think that's something that can be changed. Because, I mean, I feel like a lot, like, where we get to as people, if that makes sense, has a lot to do how we grow up and what people tell us. And if people are telling us, black people are bad, white people are bad, Indian people are bad, all this stuff about all these different races or genders or sexualities, if that's orientations. We're gonna end up thinking that way. So I think it's very important to watch what you say, especially people are so easily influenced. And, it's what we do, to each other. And I think it's really important to grow up in an environment that's loving and appreciates everybody for their differences. Labels are such a terrible thing, I think, because gender roles, for instance, who said that women have to wear skirts and guys have to wear pants? Women tried really hard to grow out of that stereotype that women were weak and men were stronger and men could do more and women can't and didn't have a voice. Just imagine if I wasn't given the label that I'm black and I felt limited in this box, or that I'm white and I felt limited in this box. And, imagine all the things that we could do. Imagine, how much kinder the world would be. Another important thing to remember is that, there's nothing wrong with being African American, being Asian, or anything like that. That's what makes you you, but that's not all of you. You know what I'm saying? That's just, a part of you. It's important to address your ethnicity and where you came from and your origin and your roots, but I don't want, when I tell you what race I am, for that to be all you think of me, and to keep thinking that. Or if you're describing me to someone, I don't want you to just be like, oh, she's my black friend. I want you to say things like, she's my funny, she's my beautiful friend, and I love her so much. Sometimes it just gets on my nerves how people go on about how racism is a problem, yet people are making hashtags about Black Lives Matter. What happened to All Lives Matter? Before I go, there's just one more point that I want to address here, and I was gonna make a whole nother separate react video to it, but I wanted to share some of my opinions with the N-word. You guys should all know what that is. And, who can use it, who can't. I was on YouTube and I saw a comment and it just really bothered me. People were saying that this guy couldn't say the N-word because he's not black. but yet why can I say the N-word just because I'm black? Like, aren't you putting me in this box? Aren't you putting yourself in this box? I feel like if I'm allowed to say that word, anybody should be allowed to say that word no matter what race they are. But yet that sounds weird. So how about we just not say it? I mean, I feel like we got rid of it for a reason. And why are we bringing it up again? And why are we making it such a popular word and that it's just used so loosely? You know, that word has a negative connotation, I think, right? And the word came from a very bad place. So as catchy as it sounds in like rap songs and songs that you really like, it's awful. I even like songs and vines that use that word, but I feel like so guilty because I'm supporting that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not okay to say those words. It's not okay for anyone to say that word. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you agreed with some of my points, and you know, you see where I'm going with this. I'll also check out the original video. I would definitely drop a like on that video just to show your support. Tell me if you disagree with me and if you have different points of views, because I think different perspectives are really important because you get to hear what everybody has to say. And you can come up with a different way of thinking and looking at situations. Also, keep up with me all this week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry for like the more serious tone, I guess. So, I'm Taty in the Living Flesh saying quack quack, and you know, let's get rid of the labels. I'm not black. You're not white. You're not Indian. You're not Asian. You're not Hispanic. You're you. I'm Samantha.